This is Mark Strassman with Etopia Media. We're talking to Bill Hamm, who's Managing Director of LECG in Emeryville, California. We're going to talk to him about Prop 82. Welcome to California Politics Today.
Thank you, Mark. It's good to be here.
Briefly tell our people what you used to do with the state of California and how that prepared you to do this study.
Well, for 9 years, I held what I think is the greatest job in the public sector. I was California's Legislative Analyst, and what that means is that I supervised a group of 95 very gifted people who did objective, nonpartisan analysis of every issue coming before the legislature that affected revenues or expenditures. In addition, we did an exhaustive analysis of the governor's budget. We analyzed every initiative submitted to the Attorney General, and we analyzed all measures appearing on the California statewide ballot, and those analyses were included in the voters' handbook that the Secretary of State distributes to registered voters.
So a lot of people have seen your work already then?
I think that's true.
Okay. Who approached you? Who was the client here, and what did they ask you to do?
Well, there is a coalition of groups that are seeking a no vote on Proposition 82, and they came to me and they asked me to conduct an objective analysis of Proposition 82, both its impact on state finances and its impact on education in California, and I was given a completely free hand to conduct that analysis.
Okay, and what did that study involve? What did you do?
Well, we did two studies. The first involved reviewing a very extensive literature on how taxpayers respond to a change in marginal tax rates. What taxpayers typically do when their tax rates go up is they take steps to reduce the amount of their income that is subject to taxes today. They may defer income, they may get into defined benefit plans, they may accelerate capital losses, defer capital gains. They have a lot of options at their disposal. We reviewed the scientific findings that relate the change in tax rates to the change in income, and then we applied that to Proposition 82. And what we found was that over the first 5 years of the measure, there would be a reduction in general fund revenues of about $4.2 billion.
And did you calculate what effect that would have on the education of California students?
Yes. There is a linkage between the amount of general fund revenue and the amount of money going to K-14 education. That's elementary and secondary education plus community colleges. And for 3 of these 5 years, the relationship is that $1 reduction in general fund revenues automatically reduces the minimum funding level for K-14 education by 41 cents. And so our estimate was that the reduction in funding for K-14 would, by the year 2010-2011, would go down by approximately $1.1 billion.
Okay. And what about the proportional effect on the most disadvantaged members of the population in terms of the funding that would go to them?
Well, here we used a study conducted by advocates for a universal preschool program, and based on this study, we concluded that less than 8.5 cents out of every dollar raised by the proposition would be used to increase the enrollment of children from disadvantaged backgrounds. That's generally children at or below the poverty level. The other 91.5% of the money would be used either to subsidize families who otherwise would be sending their children to preschool, or in some cases increase the amount of money paid to preschool teachers. But only 8.5% or less than that would go to increase the enrollment of disadvantaged children.
So did you conclude that Prop 82 was an effective or ineffective way to improve the preschool opportunities for disadvantaged 4-year-olds?
Well, it's a very inefficient way to do it, Mark, because it's not targeted on those children who have been shown to derive real, lasting, long-term benefits from preschool. All of the research that has shown benefit from attending preschool has been based on attendance by disadvantaged children. And as a consequence, by not focusing on those children who need state help and who have been shown to benefit from it, the program really is very inefficient in how it uses the taxpayers' money.
Okay. Well, thanks for sharing this analysis with us today on California Politics Today.
You're certainly welcome. Pleasure to be here.
Bye.